Hello kids, can you hear me? I think I'm slightly behind you guys. I'm actually just going to get started. I think you'll be able to hear me anyway. Yeah, let's just get cracking. Let me know if you can't hear me, maybe. Yes, cool, sweet. Right, so starting with Bitcoin, we've been in this major downtrend channel after the breakdown from the early December breakdown, basically. So we've been in this channel here. If I can zoom in slightly, it might be a bit clearer for you guys. So this live stream is solely on charts for the expert members. So we'll look for further opportunities down the line. Right now, you should be either in some of the shorts. Like I'm in some of the shorts. I'll let you know when I exit them. I'm only in Sol, and I done one on Phantom. I did chase it a little bit. I know I shouldn't be chasing it. I will tell you guys not to chase it, but I did chase it a little bit. But look, we didn't even hit these orange box levels for Bitcoin. So, and the main downtrend channel is this pink. Here is the top border. Here is the bottom border. I wish TradingView allowed me to isolate just one drawing, but they don't. But either way, you should see this white dotted line. This is the 50% of the channel. So when you're above this 50% of the channel, you're in a bullish. You're looking to then go and target the top border. So you should not be looking for shorts. You should really be looking for longs for a potential breakout. When you're struggling to get above the 50%, you're bearish. So you can see here, we really struggled, and the 50%, and I think I posted this like when we were about here or something, because there was the overlap for it. So when we had this 50% channel here on the main downtrend, you can see that you're in a bear flag for the small downtrend. You've gone up, you've tested the horizontal support here as well. The breakout, I mean, it was actually a good breakout. Like there was some volume there on the lower time frame candles, but the volume didn't come in properly, which is why we saw a lot of selling into the higher prices of the 43s. And I said in the pro chat as well, I said that the volume wasn't really there on the 4-hour and the 12-hour candle. So let's have a look. So the volume actually, so even this one, the volume came in much more on this one, and this one here, you'd expected more volume to come in when the like you saw there was buying volume on this candle here, which was the hammer, which we came up and saw. With this candle here, you got the breakout, and there wasn't much volume whatsoever really. Like it's only slightly bigger than a normal candle. So these are things you have to really pay attention to. And I think at the time it was like a 3 p.m. breakout, and on the 4-hour candle, the volume was, it was decent, but it wasn't more. So the candle was basically over, coming up to the end of the 4 hours. And it wasn't, the volume wise, it was not that much significant over other candles. So I was then sitting there thinking that this could then be a rejection there. but you don't want to trade it because you're above this 50% at that point. When you close below and you close there, you can jump into shorts if you're like really risky. But even then, you're at the horizontal support. You can just retest up, and you could squeeze into the channel as well. So it wasn't really worth it. I'd rather wait. Sorry, let me go volumes. I would rather wait, if any longs, I would rather wait for this main yellow box. And look, overall, because we've come down reasonably fast, it depends how much time we spend in here, but I think the stock market will be bad up until when they have the meeting in March. The Fed has the meeting in March. I think people are expecting there to be an interest rate hike in June, but I think, or July, whatever it is, I can't remember now. I think it's June, yeah. So I think they're expecting it to be in June. I think the Fed are going to step in and do it in March, and I think that will then have a shock on the markets. I think you'll then have a big puke out on the crypto. So we might be range bound in here, blah blah blah, and we might have a puke out, fill the box, and we might then be good for a bit of a rally from sort of March, maybe. Who knows? We might even come down further though. Then you might have a rally. Sorry, let me try and pull this over. You might have a rally from the box back up to say 40, 44 if you're lucky, if you're really lucky, and I think we'll drop down to the 24s. And I think that would then be our bottom. I think this will happen over the next sort of 6-8 months, whatever. And I think then we'll have to start. The Fed can't kill the markets because there's so much dollar sat on the side at this moment in time. Like there has to be a way for them to go and find places to make money. And with the market being crashed, they're not going to go through. They're not going to like purposely crash the markets. They want to keep the markets fueled, especially with the midterm elections being in November. The government can't go into an election having just basically smashed the life out of the market by making interest rates really. They have to do it all because they have to curb inflation. Otherwise, they'll as we remember time they'll go into that November midterms. They need to have dealt with inflation, but have also not crashed the market. So they're going to find that middle ground. So we're going to be finding these places where we have these 1 month to 2 month shoots up, but not big shoots up. It will just be like an uptrend. Then you'll have these other 1 to 2 months downtrend, and the downtrends will be more significant than the uptrends. And I think coming towards the November midterms, we'll start seeing things come up more gradually. They should ease off with a lot of things, and you start to see the dollars that are sat on the side flow back in. I'm not sure if it will be like. I think they're not going to want to be harsh in September. I think they're going to want to. I think the money might start flowing in September, to be honest, now I think about it. So all the dollars that sat on the side, like we're sat on the side in the majority. We have dollars in the futures account that's earning us money on like leverage shorts and stuff. But for now, I think that's the plan going forward. Of course, things can change. So that's what I'm thinking right now. The information we have, that's what I think we're looking at. So I think with regards alts are going to absolutely bleed to death. I think you've got some that are at lows that look like on TA side, on the technical analysis side, but at the same time we're just not seeing the liquidity. The liquidity is not in the market right now. So for now with Bitcoin in the short term, if we do get to this orange box, I think I'll be playing for a short. I'll do a small position because we'll be at the 50% of the channel. I'll be looking for a move to here and a further breakdown. But yes, I'm almost just sort of like maybe thinking to myself not to be greedy and just to play with the alts that we have. But anyway, sorry, it's a tad slow because obviously the stream is running. It's really slow. Just checking you guys have okay connection. Can you guys hear me all okay? Okay, is it just the quality is bad? Okay, so for Bitcoin, I will let's just go back to Bitcoin. So I will tell you the orange boxed area. Can we see? Yes. Okay. I'm just going to carry on. So the orange boxed area for Bitcoin short will be. I will do a post on this as well, guys. So don't worry too much. But we're looking at the 41,000 to 41,400 area. But just play small on this one because it's not that that guaranteed. I don't think. So just play small on this one. Let's look at Ethereum now. So Ethereum, I've also done a local box, so we can play this one. I would rather. I'm thinking. I feel like I would rather play Bitcoin than I would rather play ETH because I feel like if Bitcoin does go higher, I can add in at more certain levels. But with ETH, I feel like it might go too high that I would need a lot of dollar capital spare to average myself back in at a decent price. And I think I'd rather play the Bitcoin play than the Ether play. But this is the level. ETH is 3,000 to 3,100 basically. I mean, we've failed this yellow box now basically. So the yellow box, you always get a. This is what I'm saying on Bitcoin, on that yellow box at 32k. So sorry, let me go back again. So it's this box here. I'll explain before. I think here we will have some form of bounce. So I will leave orders in this box for 100% for sure. I will leave orders there. Even if it's the case we fill in and we bounce to like here, we'll be able to see that at the time and judge that at the time. But either way, you will more than likely, like 90% of the time, you will get a fill and a bounce. This will act as a bounce zone more than likely, and we're seeing that on the Ethereum version. So look, here you've got a perfect bounce. So you've got the bounce up. When you sit here and you can't get to your orange box, and then you look at this one here, you can't climb above this horizontal support, and then you get this next white candle, then you say, okay, this might not happen. I'm going to at least take out some of my size here. You would then take out 50%. When you start getting this, you get this move, and this candle closes like that, you probably take out the other 50% at a probably break even, maybe slight profit if you're lucky. But when you see this, we just know the liquidity is not there right now. Litecoin, I will bring it up, but I'm not interested in Litecoin 1 iota, to be honest with you. It's basically at the lows of previous years. It had a breakout of this downtrend wedge, filled the orange box, and there's no liquidity in Litecoin. If it does come up back up here, I may consider reshorting or just shorting it. So I didn't short the first time. I may just short it because I think there's like odds on this going lower, to be honest. But there's also not the reward in it because it's already at these like historical lows, or not historical lows, but like main horizontal lows. So how much more can it really like bleed out? Do you see what I'm saying? So I'd rather pick something like Solana, which we go here. Solana can come down to 80. Like not even see the yellow box, you got first fill, a bounce. So after you close on the second time, you know it's not good. By the time you're not reaching up, you know it's not good. Here you got a fill, move out, nice, you could take profits. Here, as soon as there's any troubles in there, it's not good. But with Solana, I think we can go to $80. I wouldn't look to short any more here because it's filled the orange box. This is why I say only play with a small bit of your size because you'll always be able to take profits pretty much. If we do go higher and fill high orange boxes, you just add to it more heavily, and so that your average entry is higher, so that therefore you don't need it to go down as much to earn profit from your short. But Sol is one of those ones I would like to be able to add to it if I could. If we come up and we test 140 level, I will definitely be looking for somewhere to add to my short. As I'm saying, I think we'll get this like range-bound motion between now and March. I think when the March meeting comes in, they're going to raise interest rates, and I think the market will have an initial puke out. And I want to have a decent-sized short position for when that puke out happens. So I'm going to take the next 6 weeks to try and build up some more shorts, and I'll wait for the days where there's like 5 big green days on the trot, and then I will short more. But yes, Harold, it is holding support pretty nicely now. But here it held a support, here it held a support, and then it broke down, and it broke down below the trend. I don't know what more I can say to you. I think we are not bullish. None of this is bullish anymore. At 41, 42k, we still had the chance to be bullish because the TA was still okay. But now the macro was so bad. So I saw the liquidity was not there, which is what I kept raising to all you guys, is that liquidity is not there. Liquidity is not there. And when that's the case, you don't want to be longing because the moves are never going to be significant. Where you'll come down here, you'll touch it, you'll test it. Let me zoom in. We might come up to 140, we might come back down, retest it, come to 125, then we'll break. It doesn't all happen in one foul swoop. But yeah, I'm not bullish on Solana long term. I'm bullish on. I think it has got a very good chance of competing with Ethereum. But at the same time, right now, I remember buying these when they were when we had the crash in the summer. I bought them for like $19 or $20, and like it went to like 250. So you're talking about in a top 10 cap coin earning 10 extra money in about 3-4 months. Yeah, so this is overextended for sure. Let's look at BNB. Same story here. It's holding the long-term uptrend, which is cool. I would very much consider. Yes, this is a big uptrend. I would consider if we get to the 450s, maybe 460s, 470s, I will look to maybe add some shorts. Because we're coming into this potential squeeze-like wedge pattern, I wouldn't be adding big positions, but I think I'm going to add some positions. Because I don't think it's going to get liquidity to break out. Like, nothing is really breaking out. So I don't think I'm going to get look at Curve. Curve is in the 370s. If Curve is in the 3s, you know things aren't good. But with BNB, I think if I can get some fills up here, this area, I will consider it 450, 460, 470. I will play a position, but I'll play a small position. If it does go against me, hey ho, it's only a small position. But I think there's good risk reward on my side to potentially see it collapse below the trend. You can see on all other times we've hit the trend and come below, but closed above. Come below, closed above. Come below, closed above. Come below, closed above. Hopefully now we see a little move up here, fill some orders, and then reject the downtrend line and break. And then I think 380, I think 335 is a definite possibility for BNB. So I think if I can go and add like a decent position here, I will take that. Matic in the ones. I think similar situation here. This is a better situation than BNB, but I'm fighting to short Matic. I could not go to bed knowing I've got a short open on Matic. I wouldn't sleep. So for this reason, I could play in here, which is in the 202s, 203s. You expert members, you should be able to download my shared chart setups now on TradingView, so you can go in and you can see all the boxes. So yeah, no more questions on what box is the prices, guys. You've got no excuse. Go download it, and you'll be able to see. You'll be able to see all the boxes then. If you then have any questions, like if it's in a week's time, you say that box is still there, I'm thinking of playing it, blah blah blah. Then just write me in the pro chat at me so I get the notification. Like I might be out or something like that, so at me, and of course I'll get back to you. But Matic, I'm fine of, so I'm staying away from Matic. I put this orange box up here, but saying that we've got a strong chance of not getting there, and we hit this one, just touched into it and got rejected. And obviously, as you know, I've left these boxes here for weeks now, so I've not just drawn these on. It just shows you how good the boxes are. Dot, I'm not interested in playing either. I think Dot goes to Jesus. I think we could settle at 14 or even 10, as frightening as that sounds. But we might just build up at 19. I don't know how it's going to be over the coming months. I just think between now and March will more than likely be bad. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Chainlink. But guys, I think we'll all have a great. We're not going to have this 2-year bear market and then a 2-year bull run. I think we're going to have maybe a 6-month, 9. But we've already started. Like if we think about it, we hit the high, I think, in November for Bitcoin. Let's have a look. So we hit it in November. So already in a 2-month bear market, like a really bad bear market. So what you might see is you might see another 6 months of this, and you've done a 9-month bear market then. I think that will likely be the scenario. I think the Fed will make the conditions good for the midterm elections in November. The liquidity that all the money that they basically printed is in the hands of other people now. That is now sat on the sides. That will then be an indicator for them to say, "Oh, cool, let's jump back in. They've made all the conditions good again. I want to be back in," and they'll start jumping back in September sort of time. I think the September meeting they'll be pretty calm with, and that will be the risk on to say, "Yeah, let's go for this." Everyone will be looking at all the big boys will be looking at each other basically, and everyone will be like, "We're getting back in," blah blah blah, and they'll all be like, "Yeah, we're getting back in," and that'll be it. And we'll start seeing another bull move from there, I believe. I still think we'll see some up and down in 2023, but I think we've got some 6 months, bad 6 months ahead, or just not positive price actions in the next 6 months. So let's go back to Chainlink. Long-term uptrend, which is cool. Let me go on the daily because we're doing this from a so it's a really long-term uptrend. This would be frightening if this broke, but I would consider maybe adding in this orange box for sure if we get there. I just don't think we'll get there. But who knows? We might do. It might take some time to bounce off the horizontal support not held. I would think if we do go on a decent run for a week or so, I would want to fill shorts into that if we can. But let's see. AVAX broke below. I wish I was shorting AVAX. I was actually shorting it at 88 or 89. I think it was on I think it was maybe on this candle, and then we had all this, and I think I just got scared out. But I thought maybe Bitcoin could go to the 46, 47, and I thought I'm best off just sitting on the sides. And then right now I'm sat on the sides, not earning much other than the shorts on Solana and Phantom that I have. But Phantom was really risky, so I didn't want to put it out for anyone. It's a really small position of mine. I just thought it's overextended. It can come down more because the rest of the whole market is bad. So I'll do a small short and just let it play out. But AVAX, you have this yellow box here. Would I play it? Probably not. I probably wouldn't play it just because overall you might leave an order right at the bottom of the box for a bounce move, and you might get bounced from 61 to like 70. But other than that, I wouldn't play AVAX. Luna. How has this not come down that much? I really don't know. But if we do get moved back up to like 80, would I want to short this? Probably. I'm trying to think now. If you're already in a short, I would be holding a short because I think you want to see this retest the trend line at least. I'm just trying to figure a way out how I can get back in now. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. But maybe somewhere in this local orange box, I might get back in, but I'll have to redraw the levels. I would quite like to short this more. But yeah, let's move on. If you're holding that short, in my opinion, I would continue. Like I've just said, I want to try and get in on it. But yeah, Curve, not interested in Curve now. Yeah, just it's squeezing in here. Curve is just so volatile. I don't want to be in a bull market. I'm happy to hold it because I know it'll be on my side. In a bear market, I'd be scared it could run against me. It's not worth it in a bear market. There's opportunities which aren't so volatile out there. Like you might use something like BNB, Solana are okay. Even though Solana is very volatile, it's got so much room to come down. Yeah, Curve is just, you don't pick Curve as your short play basically. So Phantom has held the trend and the horizontal support. If we came up and retested, so my entry was 290. If we came up and retested 290, I think I would try and add to my shorts and then get a move down at least to 230, preferably to the yellow box. But yeah, always add into positive price action rather than chasing the downtrends. Let's look at Sand. Sand, I'm just not interested in. yeah, like it's in the yellow box. If you want to pay the yellow box, you can do. I'm not paying this. Like, I'm really not. I do hold some sand just long term, but it's so. I told you guys I had 30% Bitcoin, 70% USDT. I actually have about 2% in Sand, Mana, and Luxrare, the new exchange. But I think I will just stake my Luxrare. What I've been doing is staking my Luxrare, and I think after 30 to 90 days, I will take it out and just hope that the fees I've been rewarded with have paid for the loss of the token value. I think the value of the token will decrease because the market is bad, and I just hope that the fees I earn basically paid that difference in value lost. Let's look at Mana. Similar story, not interested. ENS, not interested. Mina, also not interested. Let me see if there's... this is a weird chart, I'm not playing that. Let me see if there's anything interesting. Oh, looks rare's back up to 540. That's positive. I think the staking is really good now, so people are trying to take advantage of the staking. If anyone doesn't know what LuxRare is, we can have a conversation in the chat. Am I interested in any of these? I know some of you like one, so I'll have a look at one for you. Harmony. That is ugly as. I wouldn't short it. I wouldn't long it. I would just want to be out of these type of plays. I don't want to be in them anymore. Like for the considerable next few weeks or maybe months, I don't want to be in these kind of plays. I just want to be out of them. So one, I would just. It's hard selling after this. Like seeing this here and now selling would be hard for me to take because I'd be like, what an idiot I am. Why didn't I sell it here or here? Blah blah blah. But I think you have to realise the market overall is not good, and therefore, if there's a good day or 2 good days in a row, sell into that and be disciplined and actually sell into those. If we look at even the Bitcoin pair, it's actually looking okay. Actually, let's forget that. Let's go to the big caps index. So this has been bleeding now. I mean, it's not bad. It's still holding up pretty decently. But I would say, where can we go? I don't know. But I think, because I don't really track these indexes, but overall I can see that we're bearish overall, and that therefore you're better off just if you don't want to cash out crypto, you're better off putting just cash out into some of it, cash out into USDT, some of it cash out into Bitcoin, and just hold the Bitcoin, and then try and keep some dollars on the side so that you can rebuy at lower prices. But as you guys know, I'm pretty much 70% dollars, 30% Bitcoin, and then I'm like 1-2% of like Sand, Mana, and some Luxrare. It's something like that, and I'm staking the Luxrare. So yeah, I don't know. I'm about 70-30 Bitcoin to dollar, and then 2-3% in just some other stuff. So I know that makes 103%, but I don't know what it exactly is. Just call it 68% and 29%, and then the other 3% is in those alts. But that's it for now, I think. Let's have a look. Does it say the same thing? Yes, it does. Cool. So yeah, for Bitcoin, I think now we bounced perfectly off the bottom border, which is good to see. That there's some liquidity there, but I still think we end up coming up to here, filling more short, and then down we go even further. But yeah, I'm not bullish for the next few weeks or few months. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope all this helps you guys. If there are any questions, let me know in the pro chat, and yeah, we can go from there. But yeah, that's it for today. Any questions, let me know. See you guys